everybody. Dave Weiss here for the Glue Bomb Show. Today I've got a review for you on this kit. This is the Fink Fruehauf van from AMT. And I have to tell you, it's a pretty nice kit. It builds up nicely. It's not without its problems, but it builds up pretty nicely. So here we go. Now, as I was picking this up to move it over to do the video, as you can probably see, I broke the brake line off, so I'm going to have to do a little surgery before I put this on the shelf. But as you can see, it builds up nice. Now, that being said, it has a few issues. The first issue is back here in the back at the doors. You probably can't see it from here, but those doors are not sitting right. As a matter of fact, I had to glue them shut just to be able to get them to go on. The one set of hinges isn't quite sitting the way it needs to, but overall, it came out really nicely. It's going to look great on my shelf. I'll show you a photo of the tractor trailer together at the end of this video. But let's go over a few things. First of all, like I say, it's a little hard to get everything squared up. I don't have this perfect. It will look great on my shelf, but it is not perfect. There are a couple things to do with that. I think one of the things that would be great would be to take a few pieces of maybe like an angle plastic kind of thing and run them up along the inside of the kit. I realize that it probably won't be completely accurate. However, it will fit together a little bit better that way. You might even be able to open and close those doors at the end. I wasn't sure I wanted to do that anyway because it gave this nice decal setup here on the back, and I kind of didn't really want to go cutting on that anyway. However, that was a little bit of a difficulty. Now, the painting was kind of fun. I'm not going to lie. You had to stripe it. Right? These aren't decals on the side here. These are stripes that are painted on. For the most part, you can follow the lines of the kit. It's got these, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got ribbing straight across it. And I just kind of followed those ribbing lines. I did spend a little money on tape, though. I used frog tape to tape off the large areas. I think that frog tape works extremely well. And then for that little purple area there, when it was time to stripe the black around that, I covered that purple area with some nice Tamiya tape, and that seemed to really do the trick. Frog tape and Tamiya tape seem to do the best at keeping those lines, the spray paint, from running underneath. As far as the roof goes, the black part, the black stripe at the top, that's a totally different piece. You just paint that puppy black. Inside, although you'll never see it, I painted the whole thing silver, except for the deck, which is painted to look like wood. And you might also notice that I did the what would you call it? The running gear framework kind of stuff in green. That's to match with the tractor part, because as you may recall, when I built the tractor, I misread the instructions and painted all the frame green. It's okay. It looks great. And so I just wanted to make sure everything matched up. Overall, really nice kit. This is one that went together pretty well. A couple things. Another thing you'll want to watch is, for me, the rear wheels would slip right off the metal axles. I couldn't keep them in. So I got a little super glue and just super glued them on. They still roll. However, I don't really need them to roll. I'm not going to play with this. I'm going to put it on my shelf. But it was just a way to keep the wheels on the metal axles. Overall, this went together really nicely. Again, you got to watch that little brake line under there a little bit. You can see it's dangling in the wind. That's builder error. I cut the thing a little shorter than I should have, and I'm having a hard time getting it to grab a hold. I will probably just slap some super glue on that as well and get that all glued up. But you can't argue with this. It looks great, and the price was great. Oh, one more thing on this. The decals that they're using are superb. However, my technique with putting decals on is to use fairly warm water. On this kit, that was a mistake. The large rat fink on the one side, it was curling up really badly that it was hard to get it to lay down. I ended up using a fair amount of Solvaset to get these things level. But I have to tell you, Solvaset worked really well on them. If you use Solvaset, here's my warning for anybody who's a rookie modeler who's heard about this stuff and wants to try it. If you put Solvaset on this, it will wrinkle the poop out of the decal. And your temptation will be to try to flatten it. Don't do that. Don't touch it until it is thoroughly dry. I did 24 hours on a side. I'd do one side, I would put Solvaset on it, and I would let it sit 24 hours before I did the other side. I also laid it on a towel on my table just to make sure nothing peeled off, and nothing did. And it all laid down beautifully. It lays down really nicely over those ridges in the trailer, which surprised me a little, I'm not going to lie. On the other side, I did cool water. Just this side of lukewarm, I would say. More cool than warm, right? And you did it again, and for the most part, with the exception of a few little corners, they laid flat and beautiful and about as perfect as you can get. I still hit them with Solvaset, and then I clear coated over them. So, because this is an Ed Roth thing, and if it was really Ed Roth's truck, which I'm not sure it was, but if it was Ed Roth's truck, you know he had this puppy shiny. So, anyway, it's a nice piece. It goes great with the truck. It goes great with the tractor, whatever you want to say. The trailer goes well with the tractor. And I had a good time with it. Again, not a perfect kit. Fit could have been a little better, but I'm a rat fink guy, and this is going to be in my collection, and it's going to look great there. That's what I have for you today, guys. Take care, God bless, and have a great day. Remember, model building is supposed to be fun. This one was fun. Give it a shot if you get the chance. Take care.